You know, on this journey of retention, it's about you showing up for yourself. You need to show up for you every single day. No matter what's ahead of you, no matter what you're going through, no matter what challenges are ahead, you have to still show up, right? Anything you got going on in your life, stop expecting people to be showing up for you. Sometimes in life, you gotta get used to people not showing up for you. You know what I mean? Because when you don't have that support system, it only makes it more easier for you to show up for yourself because no one else is there, right? I noticed one thing, right? That it's harder for yourself for you to show up for you when you got other people showing up for you. But when them people are no longer around, you got no choice, man, but to show up for yourself. Stop dodging challenges. Stop dodging the day. Stop dodging that workout. Stop dodging that phone call. Stop dodging that job interview. Stop dodging the work that's ahead of you. Stop dodging all the obstacles, man. You got to face them head on. You got to be headstrong in pursuit of your goals. It doesn't matter if there's nobody there to have your back or to be in the sandbox with you. You know, you got to learn how to fend for yourself, man, in that sandbox, because that's what makes you into a strong man. That's what makes you more mentally resilient. That's what builds character at the end of the day, when you have no choice but to show up for yourself. It's your life at the end of the day, right? This ain't nobody else's life but yours. Stop expecting people to show up for you. Stop waiting for people to show up for you. Stop waiting, man. Other people's life is not your life. It's not their life that they have to show up for. Other people got their life to show up for themselves. Like, straight up. They got their own life they got to show up for. Other people got to show up for their kids, got to show up for their wife, got to show up for their husband, got to show up for their family, got to show up for their own responsibilities in life. Just like you do, just like I do. We all have our own lives to show up for. So, my message to you is, when you start retaining that life force within you, all those vital nutrients in your body, you're going to be more on the attack when it comes to your life. When you realize what you got to get done, you got to get the move on. And when you stop playing victim and you stop waiting for people to hold your hand, that's when you got to get busy. Every day, show up for yourself, no matter what. You got to show up for yourself on the days you don't feel like showing up. You got to show up on the days where there's no family, there's no friends, there's nobody supporting you, no woman in your corner. Like, straight up, if you got to wait for a woman to motivate you in your life, man, you're going to be waiting forever. Like, straight up, you're only wasting your time. You're only wasting your time when you feel like you got to wait for a woman to come in your life and influence you or motivate you. You know, I'm not saying that a woman's support and her motivation is not welcome, that adds a lot to a man's life. You know, don't get it wrong. That's an extra bonus. That's a boost to a man's life. But you're not going to be sitting around idly waiting for a woman to come support you. You have to take action. You got to take the initiative. You have to establish yourself every day. When people see that you're building up yourself, they gonna want to support. All right? Eventually, if you build it, right, people are gonna eventually support it. Not everybody, but some will gravitate to it. But it all starts with you, fam. I've heard that quote before. It all starts with you. So every day when you wake up, you need to show up for yourself. That's the most important thing. When you're practicing retention, you're practicing NoFap, you're on this journey, this lifestyle of sexual abstinence, you need to show up for you, man. Because there is nobody in your life, nobody's going to be bothering to show up for you. And you have already showed up for people when they needed you the most, and they never returned the favor. So now you got to double down on your own life, on your own responsibilities, and get done the things that you need to get done to become established. So that being said, to end off this message, do not wait for people to come support you. Don't worry about it. The support will come in due time, in due season. Right? Don't be fearful of having to fend for yourself, to rock it alone. Don't be fearful of that reality, because remember, that builds character. When you were building up your life in the sandbox, those are going to be the memories that you cherish, because when you did all that work alone and no one was there, you're going to appreciate your journey that much more. You're going to learn to appreciate the process even more. So show up for you every single day. I'm out, and peace.